Hi everyone, and welcome to Ask Adrienne. My name is Adrienne and I am the Learning Development Specialist at Compugen, Inc. I will be fielding questions from educators across North America on how to create an inclusive and engaging learning space with students. Today's Ask Adrienne question comes from Susan in Toronto. She is asking about math and literacy tools found within Microsoft OneNote and how to use them effectively. Let's explore this together. An example we can look at is finding the perimeter of a triangle. When you click the draw within the toolbar, you can select the pen or finger of your choice, and by selecting the ink to shape, I can draw out my triangle. I can now put in the measurements of each side of the triangle and asking my students, how do you calculate the perimeter of a triangle? Well, we all know that you add all the individual sides of the triangle. Let's do that. Once again, this is showing process to my students. An 8 plus 7 plus 4, 19 centimeters. So the perimeter of this triangle is 19 centimeters. If I want my students to recall the steps needed to calculate perimeter of a triangle, this is where I can go into the View tab, click Replay, drag over the area that I would like replayed for my students, and it will replay how to calculate the perimeter of a triangle. Susan, not only can you use the draw and replay to encourage independence for all your students, but the Math Solver is a great feature within OneNote to help students visualize the steps to solve math problems by providing a clear step-by-step model to show work and process. Let's try it with a quadratic equation. So once again, using the Draw tab, I'm going to write out my quadratic equation. Y equals x squared plus 3x plus 5. Picking up the lasso within the Draw tab, I select the quadratic equation, select Math Solver, ensure that I have written and what has been produced is the correct quadratic equation, and then select an action. I want to solve for x. Select Solve for x. Here is my solution for x. I can actually drag my answer onto my OneNote page. I can then select in the drop-down menu to solve for y, and I can also drag that onto my OneNote page. In addition, if my student is unsure of the way of how to solve the quadratic equation, within that drop-down menu just below, there are Show Steps. I can click on that, and I'm able to drag those steps onto my OneNote page as well. In addition, I can engage the Immersive Reader and have the solution read to my student.
Steps for solving linear equations. The equation is in standard form.
The steps can be dragged onto my page so that the students have a visual on how to solve problems that are similar to the one that we have shown the steps. Lastly, in order to get a visual of what the solution will look like, I'm able to graph this equation. In the drop-down menu, by selecting Graph in 2D, I'm able to see the graph of this quadratic equation, and I'm also able to insert this on my page. This helps students with dyscalculia or dyslexia break down problems, encouraging students to use the Math Solver to insert steps into their OneNote page as reference as they work through similar problems. And it provides a clear model for how to show work when applying the process to new equations. Susan, thanks for asking. I know the Math Replay function will be a valuable tool as you encourage independence with your students. If you have a question for me, please email it to learningspecialist@compugen.com. Until next time, thanks for watching.